Alright, so in this one, we are going to use recursion to solve another problem, which is count digits in integers. So the user gives you a number, which is an integer. It could be a positive integer, a negative integer. So you can ask this question if you're asked in an interview, just to count the digits in an integer. Should definitely ask, is the integer going to be positive, negative? Is it going to be an integer in the first place, right? The interviewer might ask count the digits in a number, right? In that case, you need to check whether it's going to be just integer or float values as well. In case of float, you need to design a different solution because there is a dot in between which you want to avoid, and calculate all of the numbers. You need to consider fractions and everything. But in this problem, we are just going to see count digits in integer. If you are watching this series, if you are liking the videos, hit subscribe and you will be notified for many such videos which will make you a better developer. So let's begin. How are we going to do that? So let's go straight to the code. So I'll write a function. It will be called recursion. It will take in a number passed by the user. Yeah, and the first condition is going to be the base condition, like we said, if num is less than 10, like we always do, return 1. This time we are returning 1 because we're counting the number of digits, right? So when we reach at the last digit in the number that is passed, we count that as 1, right? So next what we do is we call in the recursion. We divide the number by 10. Okay, so I'm dividing the number that I'm getting from the user by 10. So say the number by the user is 1234. So I'll divide 1234 by 10. That will give me 123.4, right? And I need to pass this to the recursion, right? And when I get a response back, so 1234 will pass in 123.4, it will run the recursion again. It is still not less than 10. It will again divide 123.4 with 10. That will give it 12.34. 12.34 will be passed again to the recursion. Again, it's not less than 10. It will go to line 3, call the recursion again by dividing the number by 10. So 12.34 will become 1.234. 1.234 will be passed to the recursion. This time it is less than 10. It will go into the if block. It will return 1. It will skip the third line completely. It will return 1 to the previous function. Okay, the previous function will add 1 to it, as we can see in line 3, and return again to the previous function. So the previous function will get 2, and 1 will be added to 2, which will be 3. 1 will be added to 3, which will be 4, and finally that will be written. Let's run and see console.log recursion. Let's pass in a random number 3275, and let's run and see this one. So you can see the number of digits is 4. If I add any digits in between, it will give me 6 because this is 6. If I reduce this to just 1, it will give me 1. But what about if the number is -1? Let's see if that works. That would not work, or that does work, right? Because division less than 10 is still less than 10 for negative numbers as well, right? So let me try 14. It won't work with 14. It will still consider it as negative, right? Let me try with, sorry, let me try it with 146, which is at 3 digits. It will still give me 1. That is because the first condition itself is that it should be less than 10, and it will return 1, right? So any negative number is less than 10, right? So in this case, what we'll do is num is equal to math dot absolute abs and pass in num to that. So math.apps, what it will do is it will remove the negative connotation to it and make it a positive number. So now, irrespective of negative or positive, we can just call run and it will count, because here in the first line itself what we're doing is making it a positive number, right? So that is how you're going to run this one, which is counting the digits, right? If you like this video, hit like. See you in the next one.